We live in a time when gold rushes way in the past. However, sometimes fortune favors the lucky ones and just out of the blue gives them untold riches. Many of us would like to find the treasure one day. Would you give the money you found on the beach up to the government? How an inebriant fisherman found a fortune in Petrozavodsk and how teenagers found a treasure worth more than $400 million. Stay tuned to hear other interesting stories. You're watching Top Hype, and today we will tell you about unexpected and valuable items found on the beach. Our first story takes place in Finland in 2013. The family of Heikkinens went to the beach to celebrate a small family event. They took their kids aged 10 and 12 with them. Matthias, the father of the kids, says that when they came to the beach he had no idea that this day would be the best day in his life. Since he was a rather busy man, he had little time to spare for his family and couldn't refuse his kids to help them build a huge sandcastle. Certainly, you'd need a lot of sand for that. After 10 minutes of digging, Matthias thought that he had enough. When the castle was done, kids didn't want to stop and ask their father to get some more sand to build a wall around the castle. It is quite funny, he says, but I didn't want to come back because I was already tired of building a huge castle, but because I love my kids so much, I couldn't refuse. When Matthias came back to the pit and started digging, his shovel hit something hard. This was just an ordinary suitcase. Matthias thought that somebody lost it, but there was no one around. When he opened it, he saw more than $1 million in cash. As a result, he gave the money up to the government and received a considerable remuneration. Another interesting case took place at Ijevsk Central Beach in Russia. On a Friday night, a group of young people were spending a usual night at the beach drinking light alcoholic beverages. Everything was fine until a drunk young man decided to do a couple of drift tricks with his car right on the beach. As you can guess, he was unable to perform a trick correctly. He failed to control the car and speed it into the water. Fortunately, he was okay and managed to get out of the car. However, all their belongings were there. The relatively sober companions took some flashlights and dove into the water trying to find their stuff, and one of the guys spotted something shiny under the car. At first he didn't pay attention to that because he was too busy trying to get all his stuff out, but then he took a closer look at that shiny thing. When he understood what it was too late. Unfortunately for them, the police were already there to sort the incident out. The shiny thing turned out to be a $30,000 jewelry box. Something amazing happened at the bank of the Yanezhska lake in Russia, which is still thought of as something legendary. A man from Petrozavodsk, a city which is near this lake, who was quite fond of searching for buried treasures, went fishing with his friends. They had a few drinks and started fooling around with the metal detector at the bank of the lake. Yuri, the owner of the metal detector, says that he didn't even think that goofing around may result in finding a fortune. As soon as the metal detector started beeping, he thought that his friends were trying to prank him or the battery had just died. When he realized that everything was okay, he asked his friends for help. They started digging and found a small bag with old coins worth more than $70,000. The friends still celebrate that lucky day every year at the lake. Last year in March at the Red Bay beach in Sicily, a funny thing happened with two locals. According to the rumors, just before that, a group of rich people were there on a yacht nearby. The company made barbecue, rode water scooters, listened to loud music and just had fun. This was just an ordinary party for rich people. Nobody knows how many people were there, but it seems like that more than 30. It's not a secret that alcohol was an integral part of the party. As a result, many of them got drunk and, as you can guess, lost their stuff. The next day, municipal workers came to clean the beach. Among empty bottles of expensive alcohol and a bunch of other trash, they found a few gold iPhones, Rolex watch and a ripped diamond necklace. The story also says that workers tried to contact the owners but had no success, but we have some doubts. This, however, is still not as odd as something that happened in 2013. We're gonna tell you about a discovery of something worth over $400 million. In 2013, a debris of a ship got accidentally washed up in Florida. A group of people decided to embark upon research and found out that it was the Atocha ship that was lost many years ago. Priceless treasures were retrieved from the ship. Over 200 gold and more than 1,000 silver bars, jewelry boxes, gold chains, rings, rusty weapons, knives and many other valuable things from the past were found by average guys who were lucky to find the ship. Overall, the treasures were evaluated at more than $400 million. What would you do with this amount of money? Don't forget to give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Bye.